Welcome to our fourth video on how to web scrape, and previously we have set up our programming so that we can actually collect all the data from a particular part of a website. So we've actually selected the data that is in this section of this particular website. So we've included that particular stuff, this particular data, and this YouTube video, and you can see that here we've got all of that, but that's just the text of it, so we can't actually see the YouTube video because we've actually collected the text. We then learned how to do a headline, and I'm just commenting these, and I'm going to comment these back out. And if I run that, we actually got this data down to just the headline. Okay, and we see Python tutorial zip files, creating and extracting zip files, Python tutorial zip files, creating and extracting zip files. So we've got that data down to there. The next thing that we want to do is we want to go and collect the data from the YouTube video. And the way we find that, if you look very carefully over here, you could see that in the article class, which grabs all of this, there's a class called iframe all the way down here under embed YouTube, and we've got YouTube video here, and then we've got a source here, and that actually is this video, and this is an embedded video. We know it's an embedded video. It's using the iframe system. The iframe system actually embeds a video. So how do we collect that information? So what we want to do is we want to collect the YouTube video clip. So if we were to click on here, we'd actually go to YouTube, and we want to actually collect that particular YouTube clip. And so how do we do that? So let's have a look. I'm just going to comment out these so that they don't appear any longer in our programming. We'll keep those because we're going to use those later. So the first thing I want to do is I want to have a look at that site here. We're going to collect the iframe class, and we're going to collect the YouTube player from there, and then we're going to collect the source from it. And as you can see, we've got a lot of information on the source. And then we're just going to collect this data here, the ZOGGUHEMLIVIY, or that's a W, yeah. And we're not going to collect that question mark because that's actually the YouTube clip. So let's see how we do that. So first we're going to create a variable, and we're going to call this variable vid source. It just means that that's what we've chosen. I could have chosen anything, but I'm going to call it the vid source, or video source. And I can find that in the article.find. And the article.find basically finds anything that is in the article class I can find in here. So it's just basically saying, well, you're going to find the vid source, or you're going to find the YouTube video in the article class. And what I'm looking for is it to find the class called iframe. Okay, and we know that it's iframe because we go in the actual article class. We can see we're looking for the iframe class, and then we want the YouTube player from there. So the iframe class, and within that we've got the class underscore is equal to YouTube player. Okay, and what we actually want to do, if you have a look carefully, we actually don't want just the YouTube player, we want this SRC, or the source. Okay, so let's go, we're going to actually select the square brackets and write src. And we can print that out by going print, spell that right, vid source, VID, and see it comes up, vid source. Click that. Let's run that. Now I've got an error in this code, so I've got to find out what my error is. So I'm just going to have a look at this. Find iframe, yes. Find the class equals. Oh, there it is. It's very important when doing this that we actually put inverted commas or an inverted comma around there. So I missed that. So let's run that. And now it works. That's brilliant. So we've got the https://youtube.com embed, then you've got the number that I want, and then you've got a question mark, and then you've got all of this information that I no longer want. So clearly we've got the YouTube source, but we haven't got all the information we want in its right order. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a little thing called, another variable called vid, we'll call this vid ID, okay? And this one is equal to the vid source, and we want to split that source. So we write split, and we open our brackets, and what we want to do is we want to split it every time that it has a forward slash. So we just put a forward slash there, and what I'm going to do there is I'm going to print that vid. I'm going to, well, I'll just see this one here. I'm just going to hash out that, and I'm going to print the vid ID. Okay, I'll print open brackets vid, and I'll just click the ID. Now let's run that. And so what has actually happened? Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have done the print source. I've done it wrong here. What we've got to do is we've got to do that without printing it. Okay, so let's go back here. Vid source dot split. So vid ID is actually equal to, my apologies for this, the vid source dot split, and we're splitting it that. So now when I print the vid, so let's have a look at that again. The vid ID is equal to the vid source, which is this, but we're splitting it at every time that there is a forward slash. And then we're going to print that. So let's run that and see what happens. Now this is perfect. This is exactly what we want to see. I want you to see how we've got a comma here, comma here, comma here, comma here. It has split it with a comma every time that there was a forward slash. So it's basically saying that, and you can see it's in between square brackets here, that this is the first element of this array. This is the second because it's got a comma there. This is the third because it's got a comma. This is the fourth, comma. This is the fifth. But how it actually works is that the first one is always 0. Okay? So this is the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. What we want is the fourth one here. Okay? So if I actually put brackets here and put 4 and run it, what it's going to do is it's just going to show me that Z03 question mark and all of that. Now this is still too long. So we want this information here. We don't want this information here. So what we want to do is we now want to split that at the question mark. So if I go vid ID is equal to vid ID dot split, so we're going to split the vid ID, and we're going to split it at the question mark. If I run that, you'll see how I've got a comma here. This is the first element, this is the second. But the first element is always 0 and this is always 1. So if I then put in brackets 0, I should just get this thing here. So let's run that. And there it is. That's the part that I wanted. So now what I want to do is I want to get this in a format which is YouTube, the YouTube format. So when I go to YouTube, it comes up with a particular way of doing it. And the way of doing it is this. I'm going to create a new variable. This is the YouTube link. That's what we're calling it. We could have called it YouTube link. In fact, I could go YouTube link. Could do it like that. Is equal to https://youtube.com/watch question mark. So watching what? Well, we're watching a video, which is equal to, and we open our brackets, this kind of bracket, the curly bracket, and then we write the vid ID, which is that thing there. And then I can print the YouTube link. Print the YouTube link. Let's see if this works. Hopefully I've spelled this correctly. Now, if I haven't spelled it correctly, it won't work and I'll have to work out what the problem is. So I've made an error with that particular thing. So I'm going to grab the actual code. It's not letting me. I forgot the semicolon there. The inverted comma. Let's run that. So easy to do. And so what it's done is it's printed the vid ID, which is up here, and it's printed the YouTube link, which is here. So let's have a look at that. If I was to copy that link there, copy it, go up here, and I paste it into as a URL, it goes to YouTube, and it goes to the actual video. So it's going to run the video right now. It's taking its time, but it's running the video.
Hey there, how's it going, everybody? In this video...
So that is how we do it. So let's have a look. I'm going to just click on here and hash that out. So now it's just going to produce the link. So let's have a look at the link. Here is the link. There we go. So that's your task. Your task is to create this exact program and collect off this website this particular link. Okay? And it's got to look like that. And then you've got to test the link by running it over here in a YouTube thing. All right? So that's your task now. Catch you later for the next video.